finally closing in on 2023's end. Finally closing the door on this, man. 28th. And I gotta tell y'all, man, it's certainly been something. It's certainly been one hell of a year. It definitely had its ups, it had its downs. But, I mean, I would say that it was a well-balanced year, you know. I wouldn't really say that the end of the year was very memorable. I mean, there were some days, you know, where I don't want to remember the end of 2023. And that's going to be on some personal stuff that I'm going to keep to myself. But, I would definitely say that 2023 has most certainly been one hell of a motherfucking year. You know, we gotten a whole lot of fun content done, and I still have a whole lot of fun content coming in next year. Now, I did notice that there were some comments that's been blown up as of lately, going on since these past this past month or so, especially this month in December. You know, it's like there was like gratuitous, well, not gratuitous, I wouldn't say that's the word I'd use. There's been a handful of people discovering the channel, a whole lot of people taking notice of the videos and everything, you know. And I'm certainly happy that a lot of people have really been grouping up to the channel, you know. A whole lot more people are starting to notice the videos. A whole lot of people are starting to comment their thoughts on everything. And I gotta tell you, man, I seriously, like, straight up gotta tell you, man, there's one video that has been blown up with so many lovely comments and reviews and thoughts and opinions, and certainly a whole lot of likes. You know, it's like this video, it was most certainly like the blow up of the channel. You know, it's like this video, it got so many more views in the video than any fucking video I've done ever on this channel. You know, it's like this one specific video, it's gravitated 2.9 thousand views. 2.9 thousand people have been watching this fucking video, and some were mixed opinions, comments, reviews, thoughts, but it's like, it's the fact that so many people fucking love it, and they are giving their thoughts on it. And this came out December 13th. It was the review for the Beatles Now and Then reaction. You know, a whole lot of people were fucking loving it. You know, it's like 2,000 people watching this video and hearing my thoughts and opinions and liking the song. And it's ranked as number 1 out of 10. And it's like this video, it's absolutely been something else entirely. You know, and I'm very grateful for a lot of the people that have been speaking their thoughts on these videos, you know. And a lot of them were like talking about their thoughts about the video, correcting me on some things and everything. You know, it's like this video was certainly the blow up of the channel. You know, it's like it's gravitated so many eyes on it to a point to where more people are checking out the channel, more people are checking out the videos, more people are staying involved in the videos and the channels, and it really makes me feel good, you know. It's like I kind of intended to fucking cut this intro short, you know, because a lot of people have been saying, okay, get to the fucking point. And I definitely get it, you know. I fucking talk a lot. Like, I talk so much that I don't even have an off button. But Like, honestly, man, to cut it short, I just want to say thank you to everyone that's been part of this channel for this year, and I'm ready to fucking smash in the next year with more great shit coming in, more podcast episodes coming in, you know. And it's like, I'm excited for next year, I'll tell you that much. But for this video, we're gonna be doing one more artist review for 2023. Now, I know I already said that last time for the Bone Thugs and Harmony video, but there was something I really wanted to fucking talk about, and one specific motherfucking artist that I really been wanting to do a fucking review for. And honestly, man, you guys can already tell by the picture and by the thumbnail and the title of this video. You guys can already tell who I'm talking about. And honestly, man, I'm excited to talk about this dude, because you know what? I've been a fan of this guy for a long time, since 2019 when he dropped the song Tetris. And since then, I've been rocking with his shit. I've been a fan of his music and everything. Derek King, my guy. And if you're watching this, bro, much love, man. Much respect. Keep making that music, man. And you know what? Before I even get into it, I want you guys to also know that this video will be available on Patreon. Maybe today, maybe not. I guess you'll find out. And honestly, man, a whole lot of things are going to be on Patreon, you know, including early podcast episodes that won't be coming out until next year. And I'm really excited to talk about that one, because there's been a few people I've been wanting to bring onto the podcast that I couldn't this year, but they'll be on early episodes which will drop next year on Spotify. So basically, it's kind of like Crunchyroll, you know. It's like, if you go on Patreon, you get to hear the episodes much earlier than anyone else. It's only $5 a month with a 7-day free trial. Amazing perks, I'll tell you that much. Like, I'm not really used to talking about this kind of thing, you know. It's like, it's very new talking about this shit. But I'll just get straight to the point about this whole thing, because honestly, man, I think you guys are going to really dig this, you know. It's like with Patreon, there's so many amazing perks with it, you know. Starting with, like, it's like, again, it's only $5 a month, ad-free, 7-day free trial, fan requests, live chat, live Q&A, content that won't be on YouTube or the podcast, and bonus episodes that you get to hear early, or bonus episodes that won't even be available on Spotify, you know. So it's like, you guys get to be the only ones to hear those lucky episodes. And you also get special member shout outs. And again, it's a 7-day free trial. I mean, $5 a month, 7-day free trial. You can't go wrong with that. I mean, this is amazing stuff, you know. So honestly, man, just check it out. It's easy, it's quick. Again, $5 a month, $5, you know. I mean, you can get a fucking $5 footlong with that shit, and check out the fucking Patreon, which the link will be in the description right down below, along with my Spotify podcast link down below as well. Other than that, man, let's get it cracking, shall we? Now, if you're new to this, I like to discuss the background to who the artist, like a background explanation on the artist or artists. And after I'm done reading their backstories, you know, really explain who they are and everything, I like to talk about the albums and give my reviews on each one and my thoughts and opinions. So other than that, man, let's get it cracking, shall we? First, I got to I gotta fucking search this shit because apparently there's not much to say on this Spotify. So give me a second. Alright, Carl. Okay, I'm back. Momentary little, I don't want to say distractions because they wouldn't be right. But it was just a little personal thing I had to do, you know, Christmas lights and shit. But anyways, the backstory, you know, because again, if you don't know, I do backstories on people, well, artists specifically, you know, because I like to really explain who the artist I'm talking to or talking about. Fuck, I'm stuttering again. Okay. I'm calm, I'm collected. I'm like a fucking bill collector because I am collected. Anyways, for those who do not know, I have been a fan of Derek King. So, basically, here's the little biography on Derek King. California born and bred singer Derek King is an R&B vocalist whose sexy but streetwise songs are backed with club-friendly production, clearly influenced by contemporary hip-hop and electronic pop. Fuck, I clearly can't speak either. Moving from rapping to a flexible vocal style, King made his debut with a 2014 mixtape and cut a handful of singles for 300 Entertainment before striking out of his zone with 2018's 1995 EP. Derek King was born in Walnut Creek, California on December 2nd, 1995. Damn, so the motherfucker is a year younger than me. No. Year older, sorry. Fucking brain is fucking boggled up with everything today. He spent much of his childhood in Antioch, California, and his early teens he worked at his family's barbecue restaurant at the nearby community in Pittsburgh. King took up rapping as a hobby, but by this time he was 16. He switched to singing and began releasing material, dropping a mixtape titled Fake ID in 2014, which included guest appearances from I Am Sue, Ronnie Banks, and Raven Justice. Later that year, King landed a deal with 300 Entertainment, who released the single Jump, which featured contributions from Kurt Cobain and Sage the Gemini. King went out on tour with Sage, playing dates in America and the UK. Another single followed in 2015 with the song Teasing, and King once again hit the road, this time on a bill with Kaylin and Miles. A third single, Don't Do That, followed in 2017. After Don't Do That, King parted ways with 300 Entertainment. In May 2018, he self-released a 5-song EP in 1995. Oh no. He released a 5-song EP in 1995. So he's been active in the music business since 2010. So honestly, when I discovered him, I heard the song called Tetris. I don't know what brought me into discovering that song and him, but I was absolutely happy with the fact that I did, because I was really liking the beat, the style, the R&B sound, and it was really, it was definitely something that I could really vibe with, you know, because by 2019, I started to really listen to more R&B based musicians. You know, it's like I really wanted to just expand my mind to more than just raw hip hop and hardcore rap. You know, I started listening to more Usher. I started listening to more Chris Brown. Like my mind was just expanding everywhere with different artists and everything, you know. So I started checking out some of Derek King's music. And by 2019, he dropped the album More Vibes. And honestly, after I started listening to his music, I was really fucking with it. You know, it's like I thought, wow, this guy is actually pretty fucking dope. You know, it's like it was with Tetris that dropped in 2018, Play in 2019, Tetris Remix featuring Rich the Kid, another Tetris Remix featuring Russ, and then so on and so forth. By 2018, he started dropping more albums, and he released his very first album, which was called More Vibes. After that, I really started to discover more about this artist to a point to where I became a fan of him. And if I remember correctly, the fact that this song was only 9 songs long, I remember really liking it a lot with only 7 out of 9 songs. So it's like basically there were only 2 songs I wasn't really fucking with, but I really thought that, okay, I can really dig this album. More Vibes, it's really cool. I can really rock with it. I get what he's saying. This album is really dope, but it didn't really, like, it didn't blow up as much, in my opinion, as his 2020 album, Let's Be Honest, which only had 11 songs, but by this time, I was already feeling a lot of it, to a point to where I was posting like album reviews on social media and shit, long before I decided to hop back into YouTube. But by the time that the album Let's Be Honest dropped, I was fucking with every single song on it, and a whole lot of dope features like Licky Bo, King Combs, Zion Foster, Jay Green, E40, Jay Green, and Marmar Oso. It's like a lot of these names I wasn't familiar with, but I was really familiar with E40. So it's like the fact that he got E40 on this shit, I thought, damn, this is dope. You know, and it's like, I mean, I knew that he was dope even before I discovered E40 was on this shit, but I was still vibing with the entire album. So I thought, okay, Let's Be Honest was fresh. So with More Vibes, I would say that this album is absolutely a 7 out of 9 song for me. You know, I was really vibing with it. So I'd say that this album is personally a 9.5 out of 10, you know, because again, there were only 2 songs I wasn't really feeling, but I was still fucking with it regardless. Well, let's be honest, this shit was straight up a fucking 10 out of 10. I was enjoying everything that was on this shit. I was really feeling it. Then, by 2020, he dropped another album called 25. I thought this one was fresh too. I was really liking a lot of this one as well. This one was also 11 songs, and again, it was another 10 out of 10 for me. I really thought that this one was certainly something else entirely. I was really fucking with it. But then, by the time that he dropped the album Pressure in 2021, I only liked about I would say that I only liked at least 6 out of 11 songs. You know, it's like this one was a bit of a hit and miss, in my opinion. You know, it's like 6 out of 11. This one didn't really, I wasn't really feeling this one as much as I was feeling his other projects, like 25, Let's Be Honest, and More Vibes. Pressure, it was a bit of a hit and miss, in my opinion. You know, so I think that this one is certainly, but you know what? I would have to say that even though in 2021 this album dropped, like, here's a little backstory into 2021. It was sometime before, it was about a year before I jumped back into doing YouTube. It was around the time that I started my job as a dog washer, which I do have a storytime video about my time being a pet groomer and all that. Like, I have that video somewhere around here, I think. Like, it should be right here, I think. I don't know. You guys will see at the end of the video. But a little bit after I started my job as a pet groomer, like, I was paying a lot of attention to a lot of songs that everyone was dropping. You know, it's like a whole lot of people were dropping new shit. Tech 9 dropped, Asinine, Dax dropped, Rap God 2, Rap God 1, no, 2 and 3. It was like some super dope, like 10-minute, 30-minute songs and shit, you know? So it's like, it was supremely fucking dope when I heard it, you know? New shit was dropping out, and a whole lot of new stuff was coming in. And I remember when I discovered that Derek King dropped a new album, I was so hyped to fucking check this shit out while being a pet groomer, that it's like, I think that the employees would sometimes hear the music playing from another room, because like when I came to work, I had my speaker with me. That way I can listen to my shit, but at the same time, continue doing my job, you know? So it's like, I was really fucking with some of the songs on this, and there were some other ones that I didn't really care all that much for. So it's not that I didn't really pay full attention to the whole album, because believe me, I was, but I was really not feeling some of them. So I would say that the reason why I give this album a 6 out of 11 is because there was just not that many songs I was feeling, you know? So with this album, Pressure, I was not feeling a lot of it. But 2022 jumped in. And this was around March. Again, a little bit before I started, about a few months before I jumped into YouTube again. Because by the time that I got back in, the Joker dropped the Coming Home album, and that was my very first comeback to YouTube. So, No Skips came out, and I was really fucking with a lot of songs that this one had. There was so many fucking dope shit on this that it was just, I couldn't even fucking explain how dope it was. Like, No Skips was the one album that completely blew me away to a point to where I had to fucking play the album twice. I was fucking with 13 of these songs twice that year, last year. So it's like, for 13 out of 13, this one was another personal 10 out of 10 album. I was really fucking with it. So, Pressure, I will give this one a 7 out of 10 at best. Because again, there was a few that I did like. You know, maybe a 6.5 out of 10 to be fair, you know, because I don't want to be biased. Like, all these reviews are unbiased, you know, so I just want to be clear on that. Every review is unbiased. Everything is completely honest and truthful and respectful to both you, the people, the work, and myself. You know, so everything is unbiased that way, and I would say that Pressure was definitely a 6.5 out of 10. But again, I was not feeling some of it. It was decent, I would say. But No Skips and the No Skips Deluxe, which had fucking 19 songs, this one was a fucking 10 out of 10 again, you know. This was a 10 out of 10 again, and I was really fucking with the Deluxe as well. a whole lot more dope shit on this album. You know, including the fucking bonus songs that I got to hear, and I was really fucking with a lot of it. You know, at the Barclays, All There, Only You, Brown Eyes. Like, I was really enjoying those bonus songs. They were certainly fucking dope. And honestly, man, it's like, these bonus songs, it was hard not to fucking enjoy. You know? 48 came out that same year, about June 17th. This one, I believe it was also another 10 out of 10 album. This one was fresh, really. I guess it just sounds like I'm really fucking kissing ass, but it's like, again, it's absolutely nothing like that, you know, because again, I was really feeling a lot of his stuff. Like, I thought, wow, this dude is really fucking dope. I can really, like, rock with a lot of his music, you know. So 48 was another 10 out of 10. And the same thing goes for Mentally Drained. This one was definitely something interesting to hear. I was definitely, like, back in the YouTube, I was doing Spotify new reviews and everything. Like, Spotify release videos, you know, it's like a whole lot of songs were dropping, a whole lot of albums were dropping. I was doing reviews on these songs and albums and shit. And I got a response from Derek King after this video dropped, and he gave me props for it. He said, "Thank you for the love and support, man. Really appreciate it," and everything. And from there on, I continued mentioning every song that he drops in honorable music mentions. And honestly, Mentally Drained was definitely a interesting listening experience. 2023 came in, inspired by True Events Deluxe. This one was an 18-song album, and if I remember correctly, like, out of those 18 songs, I only liked about I would say that I only liked about, like, 15 of those songs. I only liked about 14, 15 of those songs on the deluxe. Some of them were cool, some of them were okay. I can kind of dig some of it. And his Someone Else freestyle was definitely fresh. I was really feeling that one. And I don't know, it's like, it was some of the bonus songs that were okay, but some of them were just, alright. I can kind of get with it, but at the same time I can't, you know. So it's like, for 15 out of 18 songs, this one was, I would say this shit is a fucking, I don't know, I mean, I was feeling the original before the deluxe, you know. It's like, I was really liking a lot of them until he added some other ones, and I thought, okay, some of these bonus songs were, they're cool. And there were other ones that I was really fucking with. So for the bonus songs, the deluxe edition, it was okay, you know. 15 out of 18, I'd say that is a pretty decent 7 out of 10 album. It was cool. I was feeling some of it. And there were some other ones that I thought, okay, this one, the deluxe is a bit much. I didn't really feel a lot of them. And some of them was because, like, some of the beats were just, like, okay, it sounds a bit repetitive with some of the songs. And then finally, with his newest album that just came out December 1st of 2023, the No Skips 2. Clearly, because I really like No Skips, I was hyped to see that No Skips 2 came out. And I thought, fuck yeah, this shit's gonna be dope. I'm really gonna fucking enjoy listening to this. This is gonna be a very and just interesting and enjoyable listening experience. So with the No Skips 2 Deluxe, this shit was only like 20 songs, and if I remember correctly, I only like 16 out of 20. You know, I was feeling a good handful of them. But there were some other ones that, again, they were like, okay, this one's pretty decent, this one's alright, this song's dope, this song's dope, this one's fucking fire, this one I'm gonna have to pass on it. But it's like the No Skips 2 Deluxe, it was definitely a enjoyable experience to listen to. And I even posted my review on Spotify for it. And if I remember correctly, I did say my piece on it. I gave my thoughts on the album, and I said, okay, this album was pretty dope. There was some I was feeling, some of them I weren't, but this album was definitely dope. And I posted that on Spotify, or not Spotify, on Instagram, and I gave my thoughts and opinions, and I even said, like, here's a little tip to Derek King. And Derek King, I don't know if you read that tip, if you know I'm talking about or anything, but here's the thing. When they're dropping new songs and new singles and everything, it's like, it feels like you're dropping like a big old bowl of singles like before the album drops, and only leave like 3 unheard songs. You know, it's like we pretty much heard the entire album, and that these 3 songs are just small bonuses that we haven't heard yet. You know, it's like you're doing some shit that Jordan Lucas still does. You know, it's like he's dropping a whole handful of singles with only 1 or 2 unheard songs. You know, so it's like, I don't want to tell you how to do your job. You know, you do you, bro. That's completely on you. You have your freedom to do that. But I would say, as a friendly tip from a friend, it's like, drop at least a quarter of new singles. And when the album is done, then drop the whole bowl of unheard songs. You know, that way you can leave a little sample of what we hear, and then release the whole pot. You know, like little sprinkles of new stuff, and then deliver the whole thing right after. You know, again, that's just a funny tip. You know, leave little teaser songs, 2, 3 singles, and then bring the rest out like when the album is ready. Because if you're dropping single after single after single after single, like 5, 6, 7 singles, then we pretty much feel like we already heard the entire album already. You know, it's like, I don't know, again, I guess this is just me kind of nitpicking my thoughts on how he releases music. I mean, again, I'm not telling you how to do your job or anything. It's just a friendly tip from a fan and a friend, you know? But other than that, man, I mean, I would say that the No Skips 2 was definitely, this show was definitely fire. I still recommend you listen to it. I recommend that you guys listen to Derek King. This dude is fresh. I really fuck with his music. To this day, I still listen to his music, and I still listen to Tetris because, again, that was the one song that introduced me to the artist and made me a fan to this day. So with No Skips 2, I'd give it a 8.5 out of 10 at best. It was dope. I was really feeling it. A lot of good shit. Just a sprinkle of songs I didn't really care for all that much. But the entire album was dope regardless. Derek King is most certainly a, like, I guess you would say that Derek King is the Chris Brown of the 2020s. You know, that's just my opinion. You know, Because again, I like Derek King. He's a cool dude and everything. And um, and again, I really like his music. I like what he does. And honestly, man, it's like, aside from being a listener and a fan, like, he's a good dude, you know? So it's like, I'm just saying that from friend to friend, you know? So, honestly, man, I would say that Derek King is certainly, like, the next best thing in R&B for the 2020s, you know? But other than that, man, I mean, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Let me know if you guys even heard this dude's music. What do you think? What songs did you hear? What songs do you like? Are you familiar with the dude? Do you listen to his shit? You know, just let me know what you think in the comments down below. Jesus. Oh gosh, I haven't even eaten and I'm burpy as fuck. That's completely unattractive. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. And I'll see you guys next video. I'm out. Peace. Also, I want to say that the background music, Tetris, is like, I got permission from Derek King to use this as background music. That way you guys are not just listening to me blabber and shit. But other than that, again, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Happy New Year's, everyone. I love y'all. And again, thank you for 2023. I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm out. Peace.